Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Hey yo. All right, let's kick it off. Oh no! All right, there you go.
Whoa! He messing up the intro.
My bad. My bad.
What's up, Lucas? What's up, Dennis? Let's get it. What's up, Mr. Leo? Wish your sister was here. She'll be back tomorrow. All right, y'all. Welcome into SWB. We are over here at Christian Tailgate in Midtown. Man, Monday Night Football. Cannot wait. It is 6 p.m. I am your host, Jeff Michael. Lauren Leal could not be here this evening. She will be back tomorrow night, I promise. Lauren will be back here tomorrow night, but you got me for a solid hour. And, man, is there a lot going on. The world is crazy. The NFL world is nuts. Even crazier than that, Kim Kardashian is dating Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah, confirmed.
Man, what this?
He's winning.
I don't know.
I think he's winning.
Man.
I think he's winning.
I don't know. That's just an awkward couple, but that's what Hollywood's all about, man. Let them do their thing, I guess, man. But welcome in, guys. Welcome into SWB. Lucas, Dennis, Josh. Those of y'all watching. I think that I need to go over to my other page, see who's on here. Oh man, let's go. Hold on, real quick, guys. All right, let's get it. It doesn't matter. Those of y'all watching on Twitter, those of y'all watching on YouTube, welcome in. We're over here at Chris's Tailgate in Midtown here in Houston, Texas. Man, how do you get your paychecks, Enrique?
Direct deposit.
Direct deposit,
Yeah,
right?
direct deposit. Yeah.
Cash money, man.
Yeah.
Cash money is where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not Bitcoin.
You don't think about that?
OBJ. See, there's always something crazy with these people. This is why you don't want this dude around your locker room.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he's making a bad business decision because I do follow crypto and I know Bitcoin has shot way down. But buy CRO, by the way. That's a good one right now. But he's so OBJ has come out and said that he is getting all of his paychecks via Bitcoin from the LA Rams. And it just goes. Are you down with that?
I am. I'm down with that because he's not thinking about now. He's thinking about long term.
You're gambling with your paychecks. I just because cryptocurrency and all that, like it's a form of gambling. It's like the stock market. Stock market's gambling. It's all, in my opinion. Now, there's people out there that are professionals tell you something completely different. But man, I gotta tell you, I don't think that I would be getting my paychecks via Bitcoin. If you want to buy some Bitcoin from your paychecks, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, all of his paychecks are coming via Bitcoin.
I saw it at first. I didn't like it at first until I started thinking about it. He's thinking about long term. Like maybe 15 years down.
You're gambling. Like it could go down. Like Bitcoin is not guaranteed to go up.
Let him gamble. Let him gamble.
So, I don't want to hear OBJ crying 10 years from now. Like suing the LA Rams that he got bad advice. He's going to sue his manager. Just take your paychecks, man. This is why you're a mess in the locker room, bro. Like, my goodness. What's up, Thomas? What's up, Kevin? Go Cowboys. I can't wait to get into that game.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have fun today. Look, man, we're over here at Chris's Tailgate. I am Jeff Michael. I'm your host. Lauren Leal will be back tomorrow night. And we've got Rachel back on the show on Wednesday. You get 3 shows with us. That's right, 3 shows this week. And then, obviously, Thanksgiving on Thursday. Hope you guys be safe out there. I know Wednesday night, the biggest party night of the year. I ain't doing it. I'm not in. Thomas says fly, Eagles fly, Hurts in the running game. Plus big play Slay. Darius Slay did have a hell of a game, and we're definitely going to get into that. We're going to get into some college football. We're going to get into NFL. Boy, LeBron James had a hell of a couple of days. We're about to get into him, man. But today's show brought to you by VYPE.com, man, for all of your high school sports, because we are in Texas, and that is a massive thing here in Texas. High school football is in the playoffs, 6A, 5A. It's just unbelievable. These kids look like they're already going to Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
These kids are nuts, man. You got Elgin versus Bastrop, Hendrickson versus Linder, Springwoods and Northbrook. Let's see, it goes on and on. Regents versus John Paul, Cedar Park and Weiss, St. Michael, St. Anthony, New Boston versus Jefferson, Episcopal and H. Christian, Vandergift and Hutton, McCullum versus Crockett, Richland, Manfield, Legacy. Man, go to VYPE.com. It's got all your updates, all your player stats, all your high school. I mean, it even has games on there. They've got basketball, volleyball, football, anything you want. VYPE.com is where you go. Enrique, did your high school make it into the playoffs?
Oh, they're still in it.
They are?
Yeah.
Which
one? North Shore.
North
Shore.
North Shore
against Katie Tater
just
this
sitting there
Friday.
talking about Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah,
Woo, pride of the South down here.
Oh, and I'll let you know right now, I got invited for that game to be the mascot.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll be there. I'll be there.
Man, I'm trying to think if I want to. Maybe I'll take my son.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take my son.
Yeah, let
me
know.
Man.
Let me know.
We'll see what goes down. Kevin Anthony in there. Him and Thomas already going at it. Get in on the comments if you guys want to. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, VYPE.com, Twitch, man, you name it. We're on all of them. We'll try to keep up with the comments as much as we can and get to them. Man, thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Jeff Michael. Let's rumble. Today's show brought to you by Smarter Mortgage, David Carrier, 281-650-0648. Give him a call, man. He will hook you up, give you a free quote ASAP, refinancing and purchasing. He's got a pocket full of cash. He wants to put you into a home. All right, man. I got a question for all you people out there paying attention and listening, because something bothered me over the weekend in this Carolina game when Cam Newton entered the stadium in Carolina. It's been all over how amazing it was, and you get chills watching Cam. He's not Ray Lewis. Is Cam Newton a Hall of Famer? Did I miss something?
No.
I don't know. Like this. Oh, Cam.
Not yet.
Cam.
Not yet.
Okay, so there's a good point. Not yet. Cam is 32 years old, right? He's been in the league since 20. Oh man. I want to say 2001. No, I'm sorry. Let me pull it up real quick. I had it on here, and I don't know where it went. Here we go. He's been in since 2011. Here's some career numbers for you for Cam. Yards, he's sitting at 31,895. Let's see, TDs, he's at 193. Interceptions at 118. I'm going over his numbers. His passer rating is a career 86.1. That's not too stellar. Rodgers is in the 100. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers, I'm not trying to compare Cam Newton and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, first ballot Hall of Fame. Yeah. Like we already know that. It's just the way he entered this game in Carolina, acting like he was the second. He literally looked like Ray Lewis coming out up front in the Super Bowl. Like it was great, and that's Ray Lewis. I love characters of the game. I don't mind that. I love the antics and everything. Afterwards, in his press conference, he said because November 21st was a special day for him, he got incarcerated at the University of Florida on this day. He said it changed his life, and he said this was like the second coming for him. It's just he's a little over the top for somebody that isn't so Ray Lewis-ish. And he did okay.
Yeah,
he did okay.
Right?
He wasn't perfect. Carolina ended up losing that football game. But, I think Cam Newton takes away everything that team should be. It should be a team. It's not Carolina Panthers anymore. It's the Cam Newton show. And, he needs to come out there, do his job, get some wins, and then move forward. He's 32 years old. Is there a plan for him long term?
Long term, I don't think so. I think that was just only let him have his moment. Just coming back, because he's the backup to the backup, so he's like the third backup for Carolina.
Yeah.
So that's like them calling him back when the time they need him most. So let him have a little moment and then go play.
Cam Newton, so there's Cam fans, right? I think that he was great for about a 3 or 4 year run. I think he's only played 16 games 5 times in his whole career. He had one good run. He did. He had a really good 25-yard scramble for a touchdown and a couple of good throws. But this is the NFL, and teams are going to run up against it. That's not a great Washington team that he beat.
No.
Or that he lost to.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
What's going to happen when he runs up against these incredible teams? His antics are a little over the top, and I get it. If Lauren was here, she'll be back tomorrow. If Lauren was here, she would say it's about selling jerseys, and which it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
It makes complete sense, and they put on this huge spectacle. He comes out to "I'm
Coming
coming home"
home.
song, smoke everywhere. It was the Cam Newton, it's just. It was crazy, right? I thought that he's putting a little bit too much into his coming back. They're not even a 500 team. Are they better than the Seahawks? Because the Seahawks are.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's Cam's what's it called? He's like a Carolina legend to them. Maybe not to everyone else. Maybe not Hall of Fame material, but
Yeah.
for Carolina, that's them.
Yeah, he is like the face of Carolina.
Yeah.
Right? They're in a rebuild, right? They lost what was his name? That linebacker, that guy. It started with a K. Oh my gosh, Kirkley or whatever his name was. He retired. They're rebuilding their defense, and they're focused on their defense when they should be focused on their offensive line because they've got the best running back in the NFL. I don't know why they haven't put together a better offensive line. And especially if your plan is to have Cam Newton going forward, you better have a good offensive line because we know he's not durable and he's in his latter years. So I don't know if I would focus that much on the defense. If Cam is Carolina's plan going forward in the draft this year, address the offensive line.
Yeah.
Go get some offensive line for Cam and not only that for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
The guy's an absolute
He's a monster.
monster. If Jonathan Taylor wasn't doing what he's doing, Christian McCaffrey would be all over the map because he just got back. He's just healthy again. You can see what this guy can do when he's healthy. It's just unbelievable. Jonathan Taylor, 5 touchdowns, just through the roof yesterday. We'll get to that game in a little while. I see over here that Kevin Anthony had Taylor, Eckler. Oh, you had Taylor and Eckler in your fantasy?
Oh, my
Woo!
goodness.
Yeah, nobody
Wow.
beat you on that one. Man. Welcome in, Steven. Said he's hoping more from the Raiders. We're going to get to all that more NFL here in a little bit. Just asking you guys if y'all thought Cam was a Hall of Famer because, his antics on the coming out, it was just a lot. It literally looked like a Super Bowl performance.
Oh, yeah.
He was walking out to the Super Bowl. It's week 11 and you're on a sub 500 team. What? What is I don't understand the showboating, but that's Cam. That's what he does. And if that's what they want to invest in, I guess, do their thing. Man, I got to mention Kim Kardashian 2 shows in a row, man. That was wild. But let's get to the rundown brought to you by Hybrid Technologies. Hybrid Technologies Group, 832-336-1201. Roy Stanton. That's my boy, Roy. He's unbelievable when it comes to reliability. He's the one you need: phones, cable servicing, surveillance, cameras, cloud services. Man, I am not a computer whiz at all, but this dude will hook your business up. Got it all. He's one-stop shop. That's Hybrid Technologies over there. All right, man. Let's get to this LeBron thing, man.
Let's do it.
He's had a rough 2 days, man.
Oh, my.
So on the way here, the news broke about – okay, so if you haven't seen, I'm sure if you're watching the show and you're a fan of sports, you saw what happened to Detroit. It was a Rumble in the Palace #2 or whatever. It was wild, absolutely wild. LeBron James, he hit him with the side of his knuckle, right? After a free throw, Isaiah Stewart, and I mean, cut him good.
Oh, yeah.
Cut him wide open. And a brawl ensues. LeBron obviously way in the back.
Yeah.
And this dude went crazy.
Yeah.
Went nuts trying to get to LeBron. LeBron gets a class 2, gets ejected. So does Stewart. Russell Westbrook ends up getting a technical.
That was the funniest one.
Johnny, I don't know, man. Way to go, Russ.
Yeah.
Get in there, man. Mix it up. Russell gets a tech. LeBron, this whole thing was crazy because of what this guy Stewart did. He was livid.
Oh,
Not only did he try, like, I mean, dude, he knocked 3 coaches over trying to go after LeBron. I'm talking barreled over him. Guys hitting the floor hurt.
oh yeah.
And not only did this all happen on the floor, it lasted about 8 to 10 minutes. He goes after him in the hallway. They had
Mhm.
security after him in the hallway. Apparently, LeBron, after the game, tries to get the guy's phone number, wants to settle up, make things right. The guy doesn't answer, whatever. He's pissed off. To make matters worse, how the NBA is, and man, I don't watch the NBA until the end of the season. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe they did this on purpose.
I don't know.
They need people to watch. Lakers won the game. Just so you know, this guy Isaiah Stewart. Well, first LeBron gets 1 game suspension.
One.
One. Right there. Wow. Like, are you kidding? So this is where Isaiah Stewart was protected, because they weren't going to give him 10 like they should have. Because then that's too much favoritism for LeBron. So all they gave this guy for causing carnage on the floor, everything, 2 games.
What?
2 games. And the Pistons and Lakers play Sunday.
What?
That ought to be interesting. And you want to pile some more on top. Enes Kanter has released a bomb onto LeBron James and about what he's standing for. This is unbelievable. This is Enes Kanter on his social media. Money over morals. #king with the crown for LeBron James. Sad and disgusting how these athletes pretend they care about social justice. They really do shut up and dribble when Big Boss says so. Did you educate yourself about slave labor that made your shoes, or is that not part of your research? Bam!
God.
Like LeBron. LeBron did pipe back. I got to read what he says, but he said something like, I've seen him in the hallway. He hadn't said anything to me. LeBron being LeBron. But people have raised issues about LeBron and about his name. And LeBron saying that Kanter's just trying to use him
for clout.
Enes Kanter, he doesn't want clout. He's not marketable.
Yeah,
so
true.
I don't think that's what Enes Kanter was going at. LeBron's been criticized for a lot of his social justice stuff, and that's not something that we like to get into on the show, anyways. This isn't about politics and all that stuff. I hate all that stuff, but that's a bombshell from Enes Kanter to the king.
Yeah,
and it just goes into effect like what I was saying about this Isaiah Stewart guy only getting 2 games suspension because all they could give LeBron was 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, politics.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So Enes Kanter went on his social media and dropped a bomb on LeBron, which is crazy. I got some people commenting about LeBron. I love that. Spring Branch is in the M House. What's up, Spring Branch? That's where I went to junior high and where I went to high school.
Nice.
Spring Branch Junior High, Memorial High School. Watch Mustangs.
Yeah,
They're not. Hey, well, I'm still loud and proud, but they're not too good. So I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, LeBron's all over the news, man, as usual. And there were some rumors that some people even brought a big upside down crying LeBron, like a flag to his son's game, like to Bronny's game.
God.
So LeBron's in the news for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Usually LeBron's got a lot of support behind him, but lately there's been a little kickback on LeBron.
Yeah.
And man, he did swing, he did knock that guy's eye wide open. And I'm sure you've all seen the footage of Isaiah Stewart, but Isaiah Stewart suspended for only 2 games. LeBron James suspended for 1, and they meet again on Sunday. That should be interesting.
I like it.
I've been talking about this for about 3 weeks now, man. The college football playoffs are coming, and there's a game this weekend that's on my bucket list, and I can't believe it's about to happen, and it's to get in the college playoffs.
Yeah.
Ohio State was beating – the only thing that stood in Ohio State's way was Michigan State.
Mm.
At halftime, it was 49-0.
Crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And at that time, Michigan State was ranked 8th or 9th, depending on which poll you're in. But Ohio State was up 49-0. So obviously that pushes them to 10-1. All you had to worry about was Michigan. Michigan went on a roll. They finish up. Now you've got Ohio State and Michigan playing this Saturday, both at 10-1 in one of the biggest rivalries in college sports. It is on my bucket list to go to the Horseshoe and watch this game.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, man. It would be unbelievable to see these two teams go at it. Harbaugh finally put together a good team. He's had good teams, not great teams. Harbaugh of Michigan finally puts together a decent team to make it this far. This, don't get me wrong. Don't get any of this mixed up. This is for a playoff spot. 100%. This game is for all the marbles for either one of those teams because neither one of them are going to get in with a 2-loss because you got Notre Dame right there. You got Cincinnati that's unbeaten. The top 3 are already set.
Basically,
Pretty much.
yeah.
So this weekend should be fun with college football. The playoff standings will be updated Tuesday night. We'll actually be here tomorrow night. If they get updated while we're on the show, obviously we'll tell you guys what the playoff rankings are. But as they stand right now, you've got Georgia. Georgia's in.
Yeah.
Georgia is in. Ohio State and Alabama. The problem you got with Alabama is they got to play Georgia in the SEC championship, right? So if it just goes by the numbers, Alabama's going to be a 2-loss team. That's going to drop them to that 4, 5, or 6 spot, depending on Notre Dame, depending on Cincinnati. Cincinnati right now sits at 4, Notre Dame 5, Michigan 6. That's all going to change, right? This weekend should be fun. Just watch one game. That's it. The other games, they're all just a formality. Michigan at Ohio State will be unbelievable. I will be up at 9 a.m. watching that game day, which I never really watched, but this one will be fun. This one will, and you will have fights galore. Get ready on TikTok.
Yeah.
Whatever app you use, it's going to be all over the place because people like to fight now. I don't know why they do that. At baseball games.
Yeah.
Baseball games.
Yeah.
I can see football. You fired up
football,
a lot, man. Baseball games, you're quiet, right? You suck. Yeah, you suck too, man. But I mean, I don't understand it, but whatever. That's LA. That's it.
Whoa.
My bad. That's just that. That's the Astro fan in me, and I shouldn't do that. All right. College football, like I said, will be interesting this weekend because of that Michigan-Ohio State game. Sticking with the college football theme, Dan Mullen fired at Florida. This was shocking to me. He was 34-15 at Florida, only 2-9 against the Power 5 teams, but he wasn't terrible. He wasn't terrible at all. But they expect greatness. Now check out these head coaching jobs in college football right now. Now you have Florida, USC, LSU, Washington, Virginia Tech, and TCU. Whoa, that is unbelievable. There's a lot of guys that are going to have a lot of opportunities to make a really good name for themselves. And I'll give you some names that are sitting out there, which are pretty interesting to me. When I read this, I was like, wow. Top candidates that are out there right now. Bob Stoops. I haven't heard his name in a while. Right now, Lane Kiffin, Billy Napier, Dave Clawson, Dave Aranda, Luke Fickle, Matt Campbell. That's interesting. Mark Stoops, Mike Elko, and Jeff Hafley. Those are all the top candidates right now that are at least for Florida, for maybe LSU, for a couple of those other. I mean, look, Kevin's watching. I know, massive LSU fan. What do you want to do with your team? This guy has like 90 things of memorabilia. Like he took pictures that one day and my phone wouldn't stop. It's like of all this LSU stuff around his house. I was like, wow, big fan, big LSU fan. But it's going to be an interesting offseason for college football. Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Notre Dame, those schools are going to stay the same. Those jobs that I just mentioned, USC with the NIL rules, that's going to be the Alabama of the West.
Yeah.
Like, you know how much money you could make?
Oof.
Going to
Bank.
USC?
Bank.
Whoa. If you're the quarterback at USC, you might not even have to go pro.
Nope.
The NIL deals, if you're a 3-year starter at USC, the NIL deals you're going to get at USC are going to be through the roof, and you're going to be able to recruit. So one of these coaches is going to have a cake job recruiting to USC, and now you can get paid to be a college player. Oh my God. Like, that is, I don't say that lightly when I say Alabama of the West. Like, they could be in 4 or 5 years, USC could be back to old school Reggie Bush days.
Yeah.
That's I would go there.
I would too. Yeah.
I would, like, LSU NIL deals, USC NIL deals. I love you, Kevin, but and going to USC, man. That's crazy amounts of money that's now going to be available for these guys in these markets. Washington, Virginia Tech, TCU, LSU, USC, and then now the latest one. Dan Mullen, let go of Florida, man. Another thing I wanted to bring up before we get into MLB Hall of Fame ballots have been released for this next year. This is going to stir the pot, man. Woo! David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, Ryan Howard, Tim Lincecum, among 13 first-time candidates that are up there. Let's see. Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens make their 10th and final appearance. This for me is brutal, because if they can't get in, I like that. I don't understand how you have a Hall of Fame without Barry Bonds. Or Pete Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just it's confusing to me. But Barry Bonds and Clemens are on their last one. But the other finalists, or the other guys that are on the ballot: Justin Monroe, Jimmy Rollins, Jake Peavy, Carl Crawford, Prince Fielder, Joe Nathan, Jonathan Papelbon, AJ Przinsky, Mark Teixeira, among others. The big news is going to be A-Rod. I mean, he was the front and center of the FBI investigation with steroids. You can't let him in. If you don't let all those other guys in, A-Rod has no shot.
No shot at all.
No shot of getting in. So why do you publicly embarrass him by throwing him on the ballot? Like, he's going to sit there for 10 years like Clemens, like Bonds, and be like, not letting Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame or Roger Clemens. Barry Bonds is an absolute travesty. Like, that's just, man, take him in his Pittsburgh days and just get rid of San Francisco, and he's still a Hall of Famer. Like, it's unbelievable to me, man. I don't understand the thinking about this. And look, I didn't mind the steroid era. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a lot of fun, man. Like, for real. Like, you get Mark McGwire, dude, he's like 400 pounds. Like, his biceps almost touched each other, and like you got Roger Clemens throwing a 109-mile-an-hour heater, and he's hitting them 450 feet. It was amazing. Oh, by the way, it's Sammy Sosa's last year on it. He has no, like, yeah. And what is he now?
I don't know.
I watched that Sammy Sosa documentary, and it was strange. He put a cream all over him, and he looks messed up, man.
I don't know. And
then he won't talk about it. Like, ESPN went down there and interviewed him, and he won't talk about anything. Like, he's like, next question. That's what I'm like. It's very strange, because Sammy Sosa is iconic, running with the American flag through Wrigley Field, after 9/11. It was that was a great scene, and it hit the Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa home run battle was just it was something incredible to watch. I love the steroid era. Like, I don't think it affected baseball that much. They were just hitting balls further. You still have to hit the baseball. A lot of people, and I'm a realist and an old school guy. Like, I like old school baseball, but I didn't mind the steroids. Like, I didn't. They still use them.
Yeah.
Some of those dudes, they're bigger than Mark McGwire. It's unbelievable. That dude for the White Sox, that rookie, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, he's huge. Like, so you can't tell me they don't use steroids. It's just unbelievable. But anyway, so on your ballot this year, does David Ortiz, is he linked to the steroid era?
I don't know.
Because I think his personality takes him away from it, and that's weird.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are going to vote in David Ortiz not thinking he ever used steroids.
Yeah, because that's like a household name, I guess you could say.
Ryan Howard, another one. He's right in the middle of that too, and you just don't associate him like you do the A-Rods or the Roger Clemens, or the Mark McGwires, the Jose Cansecos. You don't put them in that order. But I mean, it's interesting. A-Rod has no shot. I'm just telling you that right now. A-Rod, stay on your MLB gig. You're good. And which I don't know if he cares.
No, he probably doesn't care.
And it's funny. Bringing this up because the Houston Astros are shamed for 2017, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody's okay with A-Rod walking around.
And that's what gets me mad too. Yeah.
I mean, he's on TV. He's getting paid by all these people. Nobody's calling him a cheater. Nobody's doing anything. Like, whatever. He's just chilling, like doing all these incredible things. And he's hooking up with J-Lo. I mean, he's living the life. But Carlos Correa, oh, screw him. What?
Exactly. Yep.
That makes Jose Altuve. What? but A-Rod's allowed to do whatever A-Rod wants.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him get in the Hall of Fame. No,
Oh
just
my
kidding.
God.
There's no way. Absolutely. You know, if you go back and read into that whole debacle, what went on, you know, A-Rod front and center of it all, lied and everything. It's just he has no shot. The David Ortiz and Ryan Howard thing really interests me. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I want to know if they put them in that category. You know, I doubt it, and I really think that David Ortiz's personality like overtakes, like, even if he did use steroids. Oh, he's just a fun-loving guy. So good. People hate A-Rod. There's haters of A-Rod, so they're like, nope, not doing it. You know, like Derek Jeter had one vote. Somebody didn't vote him in for you know, unanimous. Somebody from Boston for sure. But anyways, that just came out today. Tim Lincecum, I believe he gets in first time. He was amazing. Kurt Schilling, he fell 16 votes shy, the necessary 75% in last year's voting. I hope he gets in. Bonds got 61.8% and Clemens got 61.6%. They have gone up every year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure right before voting, there's going to be a big push. Like, okay, guys, like you can, if they don't let these two guys in, that's embarrassing. But then if you let Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens in, are you letting A-Rod in? Because once you do that, do you open up the floodgates for everybody? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's up to them, and I highly doubt. If I was to put money on it, I doubt that Clemens and Bonds get in. They're going to hold them out unless something changes long time down the road and they have a special exemption or something. It's just I don't like it at all, man. But look, as of right now, they're out, and they probably will be. David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, and Ryan Howard are on the ballot. All right, man, that was the rundown by Hybrid Technologies. Let's get it on. Time for some NFL. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to start talking about the Cowboys when we get to go. I want to start to show up a little positive. So
Yeah.
I text you during this game.
Yes, you did.
Because I told you what was going to happen.
Yeah, you told me. I was like, damn, he's right.
The Houston Texans beat the snot out of the Tennessee Titans. Tannehill had 4 interceptions. It was raining, pouring down. You need to run the ball. The reason I said the Texans were going to get this game was because Tyrod Taylor had a week back with the team. The defense at the very beginning of the year wasn't playing that bad. You know, they beat the Jaguars the first game. Obviously, they lost the next 8 or 9, whatever it was. But I thought that they had a good week of practice with Tyrod Taylor being healthy. Mm-hmm. And if he's healthy, he gives them a decent shot of putting up some points. And Tennessee being a rival, the old Oilers, I think they played inspired football because of what had happened the past few weeks with other teams, Jaguars beating the Bills, you know, stuff like that going on. So I had a feeling the Texans were going to put up a fight. Now, I definitely took the 10-point spread. I didn't know that they were going to blow them out. But, yeah, if you had anybody in fantasy playing that Tennessee Titan game, you were hurting. And now you see when you take away the NFL's rushing leader for, you know, I said this the last show. In the last 30 games, he's rushed for more yards than anybody in NFL history. That's insane in a 30-game time span. You take him away from your offense, you're not the same team. And Houston Texans looked great. They played inspired football. Will they keep that up? Man, this year in the NFL, anything goes, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, the Raiders could still win the Super Bowl at this point. Like, it's
no shot with that, but, you know, yeah, something like that.
It's crazy what's going down with the NFL right now. You're starting to see, like, the COVID thing starting to hit real hard, which is strange. And then in Baltimore, you got Lamar Jackson, who could barely walk. If you watch the video, he's having trouble walking. He's sick, but it's not COVID. Well, then what are you doing around all the other players? Why did he make the trip?
Yeah.
And then they had Baltimore had 4 or 5 starters out. Kansas City Chiefs had 6 Green Bay Packers had 6 starters out. We'll get to that in a minute. But these games are getting real interesting. The only steady team who has won the last 5 of their games, Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah.
Now look, the way the NFL is going, we don't know what's happening, but I really don't care what happens for the rest of the year. This guy already won Rookie of the Year. He's phenomenal. They are on top of their division now. They have a tough schedule in front of them, but running the football plays a huge part in any offense. You're seeing it with the Buffalo Bills. You're seeing it with the Tennessee Titans. When Dallas Cowboys, when they can run the ball, they're very successful. New England's got an incredible balance of running the football, throwing the football, and playing really conservative defense. Give a little, take a little. Give a little, take a little. Like they give and take, but they don't give up the bombs, the big plays. They'll let you score 14, 17 points. They're going to score 21. You know, and in some of these games, they're scoring 50.
Yeah.
Whoa. New England looks good. Bouncing over to the Indianapolis Colts, man. Like Kevin Anthony, I had Jonathan Taylor on two of my fantasy teams, and whoa.
Boy, he went off.
Yeah, one for the record books, 5 touchdowns, 4 rushing, 1 receiving, over 200 yards total. Just a beast mode game for him. You take Derrick Henry out of the mix, Jonathan Taylor now. As of last year, so say midway around last year, Jonathan Taylor has now become the top running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's above Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's hurt all the time. All the other rookies that came in have either been hurt or, can't stay healthy. Jonathan Taylor's a beast. Quietly, the Indianapolis Colts have won 4 of their last 5 games.
Quiet.
And they look like a pretty decent team and making a playoff push. And Jonathan Taylor's making Carson Wentz look serviceable again, and it's annoying.
It's annoying.
But, it is what it is. But the Indianapolis Colts, as long as Jonathan Taylor can run the ball like that, they're great. They're awesome. They're going to win some football games. On the flip side of that game, the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, I realize he's wild. I know Josh Allen is wild some games. Like, I understand that. But, man, he's inconsistent. Like, to a level where it's starting to hurt his team.
Mm-hmm.
He had 202 yards passing, I think 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, and he was overthrowing his receivers all day long. And it's not injuries. He's not injured. It's in an Aaron Rodgers situation or Baker Mayfield situation. He's healthy. And he's not using his legs as much. Because they can't really run the ball. They don't have a great running back. He was known for rushing, and he's just not doing that anymore. So they're playing the Baker Mayfield defense where make him throw the ball, and you might have a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
And the Bills have lost 2 of their last 3 games. They're sitting at 6-4 now. Colts are 6-5, and like I said, won 3 of their last 4 games, and they look good coming up to the stretch. We're on the backside of the halfway point, so we're getting going. This game was really interesting, the Ravens-Bears game, because nobody watched it. All right, Lamar. I'm serious. Like, Lamar wasn't playing. Nobody watches the Bears, anyways. And Khalil Mack's done for the season. The Ravens went into Chicago sick with their JV team and beat the Bears in Chicago in a windy day. That should be all home field advantage for Chicago Bears fans. After last week when they were like, Justin Fields, awesome. He came back we got him. Man, no, you did not. The Bears looked terrible. They fall to 3-7. Matt Nagy is on the hot seat.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Matt Nagy, look, man, it was terrible coaching. All around terrible coaching. Chicago, they've looked bad. And, you can't get rid of Justin Fields. I think Matt Nagy, of all the because the hot seats start punching up right about now. Matt Nagy, yeah, you're on the hot seat, bud. I'd be worried if I were you about losing a couple more games, and especially to a JV squad. The Ravens had nobody. I can't even tell you who the running back was. They only had one wide receiver that I recognized. That they were all injured. I mean, no, you take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens, you would think they're the worst team in the NFL because he is the whole team, right?
Yeah.
No, they put in the backup EJ. What I forgot his name, but he beats the Chicago Bears in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Matt Nagy, watch out, bud. You're on the seat. Lions at the Browns. Baker Mayfield won this game. He looked terrible in it, but he won it. I'm gonna move on. I don't know. It's the Lions. Where to go?
Yay.
They won 13-10 against Detroit. But Baker Mayfield, he's hurt, and he's got a knee issue. He's got a heel issue. He's got a shoulder issue. Right now they're 6-5. Their running game is suspect because Nick Chubb, just coming back from being injured, they need help. They need help, and you would think with all the weapons, even with OBJ off that team, that team would be doing pretty good, but they're not. Baker Mayfield, and he's got off-the-field issues right now. So after this game, he won. He didn't congratulate a single player, walked off the field, didn't talk to his coach, teammates, nothing.
What?
That's just I don't like that attitude when you're a quarterback. You got to change jerseys with somebody, sit out there, talk to your teammates, your offensive line, tell them what's up. Baker Mayfield, his wife put out some weird tweets. It's like Baker Mayfield and then the rest of the Cleveland Browns. And if he does this, OBJ is going to look like a king, because in my opinion, it's hard to play with OBJ. But right now, Baker Mayfield's looking like he is the one that's really hard to play with, So if you get Jarvis Landry start complaining, or Nick Chubb's a football player. That's it. He loves to play football. If he starts complaining about Baker Mayfield, they're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Texans over the Titans. We already discussed that. Big game right here. Packers and Vikings, not only in the division, but in the NFC, where things are just shaken up all of a sudden. I had my 5-5 team a couple weeks ago. Now, man, I don't know who's doing what. I think the biggest issue here, the Green Bay Packers lost their top offensive lineman, Jenkins. That's huge. Huge for them. And in the press conference after the football game, Aaron Rodgers said it's worse than turf toe. His toe hurts worse than turf toe. He's got a bye week coming up. He said he's going to try to rehab it, rest it. But from his expression, this does not look good, like at all. From a team that was 7-1, looked like Super Bowl contenders, to now 7-3. And 8-3. If Aaron Rodgers is hurt, your season's done. Unless
Basically.
I don't know if it needs surgery. I'm sure we'll find out in the next week or two. But the way he looked, the way he sounded, not good. And you've already got your star running back out too. Packers are beat up. And you see what happens in the NFL when you take 6 starters. They were missing 6 starters. Take that away, they lose. Packers lost to the Vikings in a great football game, though. Incredible football game. Dolphins and Jets played. It's incredible.
Yeah.
They did. Saints and the Eagles. The Eagles are now 5-6 after beating the Saints. Second game in a row without Alvin Kamara. They expect him back next week. Interesting news out of New Orleans today was they gave their quarterback, their backup quarterback, what's his not Trevor Siemian, the other kid, damn it, Taysom Hill. They gave him a $40 million contract that could be $95 million, depending on what position he plays.
Huh?
Yeah, the contract is said to be one of the most extensive contracts there is because of all the incentives that's in it. Depending if he plays quarterback, they make all kinds of stuff. But man, Taysom Hill, for a guy that has 0 stats, just got a $40 million contract. It could be $95 million.
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
What does Taysom Hill do?
I don't know. But he won.
I get it. He does a little bit of everything. I understand that, but he's not Deion Sanders.
No.
All right. Good for him. His agent did a good job over there. So, but the Saints are still in a lot of trouble over there because they don't have a quarterback and they don't have their running back right now. So you see what's kind of happening right there. On to the next. I'm getting to the Cowboys. Just wait. I'm going to wait till the last bit. I'm going to let y'all hold on. The Seahawks. Man, I think the Seahawks are done. I'm just going to say it. I think Russell Wilson needs to hang it up for the rest of the season. I understand he's a competitor. Man, how do you have Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, even Chris Collins is a great running back. You got a decent offensive line, and you're Russell Wilson because everybody gives Russell Wilson these incredible accolades. Mm-hmm. But they look bad. Bad. The Seahawks do not look like a team that could win anything. They are 3-7.
That
And they have
hurts.
a lot of hype around a 3-7 team, which they got incredible wide receivers. Like their receivers are up there with Dallas. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf are top-notch receivers. What is Russell Wilson doing?
Wasn't he
And his,
like MVP? Like
yeah,
close to MVP last year?
he well, that was at the beginning of the season. He had an
Beginning, yeah.
incredible four or five games at the very beginning of the season, yeah. But then, he falls off, and right now he looks like the second half Russell Wilson from last year.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks are in bad shape. I think they're pretty much out of the playoff race. They're 3-7. Second head coach, I'm going to tell you right now, that's on the hot seat, Pete Carroll.
Oof.
If they keep going this direction, watch out, because they have young, incredible wide receivers. You still have Russell Wilson. You need a better head coach that's not that old school, because Pete Carroll's defensive, that defensive. They don't have that core defense anymore. They don't have that incredible defense that was so popular for all those years and so dynamic. They don't have it. They got rid of Jamal Adams, Pete Carroll. Remember they had massive fights before the season started. So I think Pete Carroll, if he doesn't get to 5 wins, Pete Carroll might be on the hot seat.
Mm-mm.
We should do that as a little soundbite.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get to it. The game that everybody was looking forward to yesterday. Cowboys at the Chiefs. Like I told you, this would not be a blowout.
Yeah, you called it.
It
Yeah.
was the highest, 54 points, something like that, over under. It was insane. People, it's going to be a shootout. I'm like, nope. Every time you guys say there's a shootout, it is not, man. By the way, Kevin Anthony says $22.5 million guaranteed for Taysom Hill. That's just
Oh wow. Yeah, he won.
crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
he won.
It's crazy. I just, man, Taysom Hill?
Yeah. I don't know.
Drew Brees has to be shaking right now. Like, I'm serious. Like, what was Drew Brees' first contract? Taysom Hill's getting $25 to $95 million.
Oh my God. Man.
Whoa, man. Drew Brees, how do you grow that hair back?
I don't know.
Y'all seen that Drew Brees has a full head of hair? Like, I mean, full on.
I still haven't seen it.
I know.
I still haven't seen it.
Man, okay, so when Drew Brees takes his helmet off, he's bald almost
Yeah,
because of all the years. Well, he goes on television now, and he's got a lot of hair. Like, I mean, like that. Crazy. And it's not just the helmet, man. I know.
No,
he did some plugs, some. But I love Drew Brees. I ain't hating on him.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is a good dude. So the Chiefs defense is healthy. They played really good against a beat up Cowboys team. And Cowboys lost one of their main wide receivers before the game, and then lost one during the game. CeeDee Lamb went out with an injury. Amari Cooper was lost to COVID-19, who's unvaccinated and will miss Thursday's game along with CeeDee Lamb. So Cowboys, we'll get to Thursday's game the next couple of days. Dak Prescott was off. The running game was off. The only positive, like I keep saying week in and week out about the Dallas Cowboys yesterday, was Tony Pollard. Man, that kid is explosive.
Yeah.
I think I got to play that guy more, man. Tony Pollard deserves $40 million. God, man, Taysom Hill. All right, enough. But the Chiefs, man, everybody's riding them again, right? They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They're back in the playoff hunt. They're 7-4 after. Everybody's so wishy-washy with them, right? Oh, Patrick Mahomes is terrible. I'm going to stick with that they're not all back there like.
Yeah, they're
like
not yet. They're not there yet.
I'm not on the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl wagon yet. And this season has been like that with all the very beginning. Oh, the Bills are going to win. Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs are over. Oh, the Cowboys Super Bowl team. Now, the New England Patriots out of nowhere. Now they're up there. Arizona Cardinals have won back-to-back games with no Kyler Murray and no DeAndre Hopkins and no J.J. Watt. And Chris and Connor is a running back.
Mm-hmm.
It's so awkward. The NFL right now. The Cardinals sit at 9-2.
Oof.
Crazy. Kyler Murray's been that issue with Kyler Murray. I think is a little bit serious, and so is Hopkins' hamstring. They're so lucky to win those 2 games because they could rest them even if they wanted to the next 2 games and still be sitting pretty.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting with the Cardinals, but back to the Cowboys. They lose the game without scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb for half the game, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, Wilson.
I'm telling you, they're
You don't
trash.
score a touchdown
They're bad.
against the Kansas City Chiefs. The last 4 games, the Chiefs defense has, I think, only allowed 48 points. They've been pretty decent, but they're not good
They're not. No.
by any means. And they play a man-to-man against CeeDee Lamb and those wide receivers. Dak should be picking them apart. So I'm back to. I was actually liking the Cowboys a little bit. I liked Dak's. I liked his press conference because I think he's the head coach. But like he is, you don't hear from Mike McCarthy. You hear from Dak. He's up there. Oh yeah. So we did this, and this is what I think we should do. Now blame's on me. Like he does the whole deal. Like he's the head coach. So the Cowboys are in a little bit of trouble. They play on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. We all know this, and they're going to be missing Cooper and Lamb already, and maybe Elliott. Man, Elliott, the last 2 games, been limping on the sideline a lot. So, fantasy football guys out there, trade for Pollard because I'm telling you he's going to rack up a lot of points, or go pick him up off the waiver wire. He's going to be a beast the next few games. All right, man. That's pretty much all the games. Well, an incredible game last night. We'll touch on it. The Chargers and my man Herbert, dude. Oh, my God. Justin Herbert.
Oh, he went off.
Beast, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That bomb at the end of the game to Mike Williams. Unbelievable. Great football game. Great football game. Steelers moved to 5-4. Chargers moved to 6-4. I'm going to show you the standings real quick. So New England these are the leaders of the AFC East. New England, North, the Baltimore Ravens stay up there. Tennessee Titans are 8-3, but the Indianapolis Colts right behind them 6-5. The Houston Texans 2-8. Way to go, getting your second win before the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, you beat me on that. I told you it was going to be the Rockets. Yeah, you beat me on that.
Kansas City Chiefs are 7-4. They lead their division now. 2 weeks ago, the Kansas City Chiefs were last in their division. Insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Dallas Cowboys still lead that crappy division. Sorry. Green Bay Packers atop their division. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 6-3, who we'll talk about in just a minute. Arizona Cardinals 9-2, and the LA Rams still sticking around 7-3. They're not. I mean, they've had that bad loss as we all saw, but the NFL season, this is the wildest one I've seen in a long time.
Oh yeah,
this is crazy with the injuries, with the COVID, with it's just nuts. Like it's absolutely insane with all the off-field things with Aaron Rodgers. Like it's just a wild season, man. It's very great for us. People in media absolutely eat this stuff up because there's so much. OBJ getting paid in Bitcoin.
Boom. Yeah.
Golly, man. If Taysom Hill gets paid in Bitcoin, I'm quitting. I quit. These people, man, I swear to God. All right, man, let's get to tonight's game. Monday Night Football brought to you by Fitz Roofing. My man, they came out, looked at my roof yesterday. They're going to replace it. It's unbelievable. He gave me a great deal, making a difference, serving people, driven by their philanthropic commitment to the community, focused on building relationships, not just revenue. Corey Fitzgibbons, that's my man over there at Fitz Roofing, FITZ Roofing.com. All right, man, tonight's game, wow. Tom Brady coming off a lackluster performance last week will get to go against the New York Giants. This line sits at 11, and I'm here to tell you, New York Giants are going to cover that.
Oh, my God. Here you go again. Oh.
I'm telling you. I say that because of how crazy that
the game. Okay.
This is.
I'm with you on that.
They've got Saquon Barkley coming back. They look to be a little healthier now. Daniel Jones, if he could just maintain, the Tampa Bay Bucks are beat up. All right, their defense isn't they're near what it was last year. Like not at all.
Mm-hmm.
So they're only 6-3. I got a feeling this is going to be a beat 'em up game, a rough football game. This isn't going to be a high flying game. This is going to be a pretty interesting football game. If New York can control the clock, try to keep Tampa under 30 points, I think they'll have a shot. And when I say that, because if they get plus 11 points, all they got to score is 21 or 20 points, and they win, they'll cover.
Yeah.
So I think the Giants have a good shot at this game. Tampa Bay last week, they lost to Washington 29-19. The week before, they get beat by the Saints 36-27. The week before that, they beat the crappy Bears. They haven't played a good football team, and I'm not saying Washington's a great football team by any means. I'm not. I'm just saying these are their last. All right, these are their last games: Dolphins, Eagles, Bears, Saints, Washington. Those are not good football teams.
They're not. No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and they're only 3-2. This is the Super Bowl champs. Like, they were killing everybody. I just think that they're in a little bit now. Antonio Brown's out of the game. Gronkowski is active for tonight's game, but I don't know how much the last time he was active, was it last week? I think he was active, or the week before. He didn't look right. They only put him in a handful of plays. Brady tried to throw it into the corner of the end zone for him a few times, and he doesn't have that leaping ability anymore. I like the Giants plus 11 points, man. What are you thinking?
You can't bet against Brady. Last time I did that, I lost, and it was with the Falcons in the Super Bowl. I'm not doing that again. I'm going with the Bucks.
You're taking the Bucks minus 11 points in this game. Wow.
Yes.
I want to know, Saquon Barkley is playing in this game. Booker is the other running back is a little bit beat up. I don't know if they're going to switch him in and out, but I like Booker a lot. This is Monday Night Football, and I get it. It's in Tampa, and this is Tom Brady, and he loves the big stage. But I'm looking at Saquon Barkley right now, man. He looks ready to go. And I like Daniel Jones rushing for 50 yards this game. He does that. They have a good chance too, because that'll push the sticks a few times. With the way the NFL is playing out right now, man, I just wouldn't put it past it. These double-digit point spreads would scare the crap out of me now.
Yeah.
Anybody has double digit, I'm taking the points, because it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, man, look, I want to thank you guys for watching Sports with Balls with me, your host, Jeff Michael. Lauren Leal will be back tomorrow, man. I want to thank VYPE.com. Go to them for all of your sporting, high school sporting news across all the southern states, man. They've got all the playoff rankings. They've got all the scores. They've got videos. They got highlights, basketball, volleyball, soccer, you name it, man. VYPE.com has got it. All right, let's go through them, man. We want to thank Smarter Mortgage, David Carrier over there, 281-650-0648. He's got a pocket full of money. He'll put you in a house. Construction Concepts. They build stuff, man. They're incredible at it. Austin, Houston, Dallas Construction Concepts. Unbelievable. Fitz Roofing, FITZroofing.com. Give them a shout. They're doing my roof. They're amazing. And Hybrid Technologies over there. Roy Stanton, cable services, phone, surveillance cameras, everything. That man's got you hooked up. All right, real quick. We got a show tomorrow night. 6 p.m. We'll be live here with Lauren will be back tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, we'll have a show as well. We got 3 shows, 3 days in a row. Rachel Van Orange will be here. Or Orange. Man, she's a firecracker. I love it. She is a massive Falcons fan, so it's great to get in on her, man. She'll be here Wednesday with me, man, and then I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving after that. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Wednesday night, 6 p.m., Lauren Leal, Rachel Orange. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Enrique over here, man. For SWB, we're out of here.